It isn't too far away as well. I see a lot of the chats or a lot of the streams are being preset. There's F6 and there's F8 as well. Let me make sure that audio is working as well. Alright, audio is working and the stream is working as well. So the stream's up and the chat is up and we're all good to go. Absolutely fantastic. Well, hello everyone and welcome to round 5 of the F8 Championship here on PSGL. I'm Katie1997, your lead commentator for tonight's race, and this time we are racing at the Bahrain International Circuit for the Bahrain Grand Prix. First, I'd like to apologize a little bit of last week. I didn't mention we were racing at Baku. Apparently, I did not know that we made some changes into the calendar. So, yeah, I'd like to apologize for that. But yes, we are racing here for tonight at Bahrain for this race. So, the track was designed in 2004, designed by track-making evil genius Herman Tilke, was also known to be the first circuit to host the first ever Formula 1 race at the Middle East. This track consists of 15 corners, 3 DRS zones, and a total distance of 3.363 miles. It is also one of the most well-respected racetracks on the Formula 1 schedule, mainly because there are some prime overtaking spots at turns 1, turn 4, and obviously at turn 11. Also, there are a lot of tricky traction zones that the drivers will have to keep in mind, though, around this circuit. Turns 2, turn 4, turn 8, and probably one of the more trickiest areas of the racetrack, turn 10. Especially with these drivers dealing with no assist at all, it's going to be very easy for them to lock up at turn 10, especially with how steep slope it is when you go into that slow left-hander. So yeah, that's something the drivers will have to keep in mind, of course. And of course, with this track too, tire temperature will be a factor as well, considering that this track also is a bit abrasive on the tires, so that's something the drivers will have to keep in mind as well. Now, before we go fully focusing on to qualifying, there is a little bit of news to go through. First, from the previous race at Austria, there are quite a few incident reports I have to keep in mind as well. So, the first one was a 5-second penalty and 2 license points awarded to Bossi. That was for an unsafe reset to track. So that would demote him from his finishing position from P11 down to about P14, I believe, in the drivers in the official results. The second one was between Robson and Jezza. That was reported as no further action. Tico, though, was awarded a 5-second time penalty and 2 license points between an incident between himself and Tristan. So that would demote him from, I think it was I want to say it was P8, I think it was. And he would be demoted down to P11. And then the final one, actually no, he would be demoted down to he was P7. He would be demoted down to P10. Then the other one was between Neil Cindric and Dutch Tricks. That was resulted as 2 license points for Neil Cindric, and because of the incident happening in qualifying, he also will have to serve a full qualifying ban for this race. And another one was between Bossi and Semdriver. Semdriver was awarded a 5-second penalty and 2 license points. So that would demote him from P8 to P11 in the race results. So, looking at the Drivers' Championship, if I can get that up as well. Give me one moment so I can read that off for you. The Drivers' Championship, currently as it stands, Aguero is now our new championship leader. He stands at 38 points, followed by Stroduzzi in second with 32 points. And it's only 6 points separating the 2 Red Bull drivers right now. Tico is in third with 28 points, along with Plate Tendo in fourth. Jeremy is in 5th with 22 points, followed by Jesler in 6th with 19. That's followed by Patuka in 7th with 16 points. Dutch Tricks in 8th with 15 points. And 9th is Juan Lucas with 14 points, and his teammates Zatike in 10th with 12 points. In the Constructors' Championship, Red Bull are leading the way on 54 points. That's followed by Aston Martin in second with 50 points. Only 4 points separating these two. And then it's third is Haas with 31 points. Then it's followed by Williams in fourth with 30 points. Then it's AlphaTauri in fifth with 15. Mercedes are in sixth with 14. Alpine seventh with 12, and then Alfa Romeo and McLaren are tied in eighth with 6 points, and Ferrari still have yet to score a point, down in 10th. All right, well, that's all the news out of the way. We can now fully focus on this qualifying section. Got a few times on the board and just got a new one as well. Plate Tendo goes to the top with a 1 minute 28.334. That's also followed by Zatike in second with a 1 minute 28.5. Max now goes to the top of the table with a 1 minute 28.218. Tico in fourth with a 28.6. Then it's Bossy with a 28.7. Then it's Rupson in sixth with a 129.482. The Tucker with a 129.488. Let's see. I also need to get these little guys up and running as well. Very nice to see indeed. Alright, so, yeah, we got just a lot of drivers out and about just doing their flying laps. I think the next one to cross, I believe, would be Tika. Well, Tika's going to be going to the pits anyway. I think that would be Oysen in the Ferrari that's going to get ready to cross the line very shortly. See what he can do. Alright, he's also representing my number as well. I've got that number as well, car 13. Oysen goes to sixth, 1 minute 28.719. And the following suit is the Alfa Romeo. That would be Jimmy going to seventh with a 128.841. So pretty close right now from pole to seventh right now. Separated just about 0.6 of a second. That's not too bad. I expect that also, but because Bahrain I've seen in the past has usually been pretty close in terms of qualifying, depending on the field pretty much. Clap Bytrex, that's a new driver I haven't heard of. I'm guessing he's a reserve for tonight in the McLaren. He goes to ninth with a 128.986. Not too bad, at least. Questioner will be the next one to cross the line. No, it was Stroduzio will be the next one. And he goes to pole right now. 127.936. Yeah, he had a bit of a shocker last week in Austria. Qualified on pole, but he finished outside the points. Thanks to a couple of incidents he got involved. He's looking to maybe rebound here at Bahrain. See here, Tristan did a 30.7, Jelzer 31.7, Question 38.9. And it looks like Jeremy will be getting ready shortly. He's currently on an out lap as we speak. Him and Aguado have yet to set lap times. Neil Cindric, as you saw, retired. That's because, like I mentioned in the intro, he has a full qualifying ban. Alright, so let's see how we go here. Tell you what, I guess since Tristan is on the outlap getting ready, we'll fly on board with a Haas driver. Give it a proper tour of the racetrack here at Bahrain. Makes its way around the final couple of corners, and we'll begin the flying lap. Down the main straightaway towards turn 1, open the DRS. We'll see what kind of peak speed the Haas can deliver here. Just ticking 201 miles an hour as he reaches the braking zone of turn 1. Down to third gear, hugs the inside apex. Modulates the throttle, the exit of turn 1 through turn 2 and to turn 3. Opens the DRS again. We'll head down towards turn number 4. Uses the outside bit of the track. Flicks the car and uses the inside apex. Looks very nice and tidy there. Kept it in fourth gear at the corner there. Now through the S section of turn 6 and turn 7. Down to 5th. Short shifts up to 6. Oh, but a bit of a wiggle there. The exit of turn 6. Or turn 7 rather. That was a little bit of a snap. And again, as a little bit of a snap, he had to correct it twice around there. Now through turn 9. Up towards now turn 10. The hard braking zone of turn 10. Very tricky corner, I would say. I mean, it wasn't for Fernando Alonso in real life when he overtook Lewis Hamilton around that area. Now down the third DRS straight, and up towards turn 11. Braking before the 54, down to 5th gear. Uses the inside curve, uses the outside part of the track. Now up towards turn 12. Keeping it flat. It's a very tricky area as well. It has been in previous games. Down to turn 13. Down to 4th, up to 5th on the exit of turn 13. Now we'll head up towards now turn 14 and 15. Braking again at 75 meters. Down to 4th. That little corner there, that little kink, that is the final corner on the official track map. Open the DRS. Head up to the line. We'll set a 20 to 8.991. That will now put him right now in 12th. Yeah, Stroduzzi, though, setting the benchmark already. Yeah, only driver right now in the 1 minute 27 range, which is quite fast. Quite fast. That's getting ready. Play 10, it looks like he'll be getting ready as well. Tico is down by 21,000, and I think he's bailed on his lap, from what it looks like to me. Yeah, I think, yep, play 10 is just on our lap. Max hasn't validated his lap, so he will have to try again. That lap will definitely not count. He must have, my rough guess is that he must have cut somewhat of turn number. Oh, his plate Tendo has a bit of a snap there at turn 2. I was going to say he probably had a maybe cut too much of turn 5. Plate Tendo coming through turn 4. A little bit of yellows, that's just for cars just getting out of the way a little bit. Plate Tendo, though, has lost some time. He's down by 23 thousandths. Oh, but he loses the car at the exit of turn 7. Spins it around. Yeah, that's a bit tricky as well, turn 7. It's a very easy corner to lose the car, especially if you run wide and clobber all that curve on the outside. Very easy to do so. You gotta be very careful, be very mindful of it. Meanwhile, looks like, who just came across the line did that time? That was Patuka. Wow, very nice time indeed. 128.459 puts him into 5th. Here. Tico, let's see what you're up to. The first sector, he's up by 15 thousandths to the first. Oh, but has a bit of understeer. Quite a bit of understeer there because he had to correct the car, and he's bailed on his lap. Not a surprise that we're seeing a lot of drivers been doing that. Yeah, it's just so tricky. It seems like Bahrain is just more trickier with these sort of cars. Alright, and TK, meanwhile, is up by a 10th of a second. Oyson now goes to 3rd with a 128.297. Very nice lap time by the Ferrari. Ferrari have yet to score a point here in this championship. Can they do that here in Bahrain? We'll wait and see. So TK, though, will cross the line. Will set a 128.450. Puts him into 6th place. Yellow flags are out. That's for, I think, a McLaren there. I believe. Yeah, that was Trista getting out of the way. Meanwhile, though, Juan Lucas has a validated his lap time, so he will not go forward on this lap. And yeah, of course, also, I will go over the new calendar as well, when I have the chance it is, as I have a bit of a voice crack as well. I'm 25. I still get some of that, I guess. Arguedo now puts in the first time on the board. He does a 128.050. It's now Red Bull 1-2. Bossy, though, will come across the line very shortly. And he's got Stroduzzi behind him as well, coming towards the final couple of turns. Bossy, meanwhile, will go to 9th. How about our current Pulsar? And he's up by 2/10. That's a healthy improvement. Let's see what Tommy can do. Opens DRS, heads up to the line, and he found just about nearly a 10th and a half, actually. He does a 127.794, but still a very respectful lap time. Max also went to 2nd. Also, when I wasn't looking, I guess, did a 127.963. So it's only about less than 2/10 separating the top two. It's about less than about 2.5 tenths separating P1 to P3. Jesselyn, meanwhile, goes to 4th with a 128.114. Yeah, very close here, qualifying as I expected. This is looking very promising for the race. Let's see here. Clapp is getting ready for his. No, actually, no. I think he did just his lap now. I see that because, yeah, no, his battery's running low. I take that back. Tristan is up by 7/10 of a second. And up towards the final couple of turns. I'm guessing, Jeremy, you're not a very big fan of Bahrain. Yeah, I remember when I first started on Wheel, Jeremy, I wasn't a big fan of this track either. because Bahrain's just a very tricky track. I know it's a very good track if you're a pad user, or if you're an ABS user, as a matter of fact, as well, considering how many heavy braking zones there are around this track. And looks like everyone's getting ready for their outlaps at the moment. We do have a lot of cars in the pits. Now, if I could only see what the clock says, because I don't know how much time we've got left. I'm probably assuming we've got 3 minutes or something like that to go. Can those yellow flags go away, please? I mean, probably I know why. It's because Claps, yeah, he's out of fuel. So anytime that happens, that causes yellow flags. And yeah, we're at 3 minutes exactly. Well, that's only because that's what we just saw. I think before it was maybe about 4 minutes to go, maybe 3.5 minutes to go. Anyway, Robson looks like he'll be getting ready for what could be his final lap. But if he does make a mistake, he does have another chance to go for another run. Here we are, down towards turn 1, peak speed, 203 miles an hour. Into turn 1, down to third, shifting up to fourth. At the exit of turn 1 through turn 2, into turn 3. That actually looked very smooth by Robson, as he now makes his way up towards turn 4. As the yellow flag, so that's for an AlphaTauri getting in the way of a Mercedes-Benz. The clock says for Robson, he's up by nearly a tenth and a half to the first sector. That's a very healthy improvement indeed there by the Haas. Down towards turn 8, keeps it in fourth gear around turn 8. Up and over the crests. We'll now head up towards turns 9 and 10. Hard on the brakes. Brings it down to fourth gear. A little bit steady, nice and gentle. As it now makes his way down towards turn 11. Peak speed about 192 miles per hour. Down to fifth gear, unlike some other drivers where I've seen them go into fourth. And then short shift up to fifth. Robson to the middle sector. He's up by 3/10, nearly 3/10 to the middle sector, as he now makes his way down towards turns 14 and 15. Just 2 more turns to negotiate for the Haas driver. Around turn 14, around turn 15. Up towards the line will come the Haas. Will set a 128.4, puts him into 8th place. Playtendo is up by a tenth of a second to the first sector as he makes his way around turn 9 and 10. Fourth gear at turns 9 and 10, very nicely done. As the Aston Martin there, hopefully he'll get out of the way. Yes, he will get out of the way. Good sportsmanship. As Playtendo makes his way up towards now turns 11 and 12. He's also got another car behind as well. I've just noticed too. Actually, wait. That's the same Aston Martin. Silly me. Playtendo. Oh, he's lost a bit of time, actually. He's down by... Well, actually, he's up by 94 thousandths. And he's bailed on the lap. So he will not further improve. But Tucker, I think, has just improved there by 2/10 to a 1 minute 28.253. Aguado hasn't validated on his lap time. And I don't think he'll have enough time to go for another run. So I think that's his qualifying over for our championship leader. Yes, it is. It's 15 seconds to go. Stroduzzi has found a tenth of a second, over a tenth. Wow. Already in the first sector for Aguado. For Stroduzzi, sorry, not Aguado. That's that's Aguado's teammate, I should say. Max is also purple to the first sector as well. Of course, I didn't quite catch it, what exactly what it was. Jezla, though, what about you? You're down by 42 thousandths. Oyston bails on the lap. He's not going to improve. Stroduzzi making his way around turn 11 or turn 12 to turn 13. He's found over 2/10 of a second, so he's definitely looking like he could be into the mid 127s as Robson has retired from the session. Stroduzzi around turn 14, 15. Up towards the line comes the Red Bull. What will the clock say? 127.487. What about Max though? He's up by 3/10 of a second to the middle sector. Can he find another tenth in this final sector? Crosses the line. It's only good enough for second fastest, a 127.645. Aguero, though, actually is dead even with his lap. Can he find any improvement? No, he bails on the lap. Jeslo has improved to a 127.876. And with that, I think qualifying is now over. And Tico goes to 8th with a 128.268. And Stroduzzi, back-to-back pole positions. Actually, I think it's back-to-back-to-back pole positions for Stroduzzi. So if I remember correctly, I think he did get pole as well at France, if I remember correctly. But really making a statement with that lap time. 10th and a half clear of Max. Jeslo third, followed by Aguero. So TK, Lucas, Pataka, Tico, Bossy, Playtendo, Jimmy, Robson, Clap, Jeremy, Questro, Tristan, and Neil Cindric, of course, had to serve a qualifying ban. So it's the German driver yet again on pole position here for the FA Championship here in PSGL. Alright, well, I guess while we take the time as well, let's give a little shout out to our sponsor, GT Omega, who is the leading manufacturer of gaming peripherals, from gaming chairs to sim racing cockpits, to improve your gaming setup with GTO. To check them out, go to www.gtomega.com.uk. That's also in the link in the Discord, and I think there's also one in the description as well on this YouTube channel. Also, to add to that, use the PSGL code at checkout for 5% off on any GT Omega products. If you want to check them out further, go to Twitch to check them out at GT Omega TV or GT Omega Racing on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Alright. So, of course, with this track, there is with this league, there is no formation lap. So we will go straight into the race. And the reason because of it is because of, I guess there's a little glitch for where the tire temperatures get a little bit too cold while you're doing a formation lap. So, that's why we're doing it this way. Alright, so we're getting ready to go. We've got 5 red lights for the Bahrain Grand Prix. It's lights out, and away we go here at Bahrain. Nice start by Stroduzzi. Nice start as well by some of the rest of the field. Nice start by the Mercedes there of Pataka. Tico shuffling around. Everyone's shuffling around as well. Jeslo has a nice start as well, making the way through turns 1 and 2. Jeslo up to P2 after starting in 4th place. He moves. Oh, but aggressive defending I see in the background from the other Aston Martin of, I believe that's Tico, if I remember correctly, in the other Aston Martin. Max and Jeslo side by side, heading through turn 6 up towards turn 7. Oh, it's going to be tight here between these two. Oh, a little bit shuffling. Robson and Questro have gone to a bit of an incident. Questro dropped down the R. Contact and a little bit of shuffling there at turn 8. Jeslo and Max, close to one another. Aguero very close. Tico's lost a few places. Contact as well. Oh, hello. That's a bit of lag, actually. Max getting past Jeslo up to P2. What on earth happened there at the back? Platendo's up a couple of places as well after starting at 11th. He's up to 9th. But yeah, Questro, a bit of a rough start from him after getting a bit into an incident. Oh, and Oyster's gone to an incident as well. Who was qualified in the top 5, looked very well. He's shuffled down to 17th, make that last as well. But a nice start there by Stroduzzi. Already up by 1.4 seconds at the end of the first lap. Let's see what the tire situation is. A lot of them on the hard tires, that is expected. Playtendo overtaking Basti. Doesn't need the DRS, gets past. He's now moving up to 8th. Couple of drivers on the mediums there. Playtendo to the inside. He's one of them! Oh, contact between him and Butaka. A little bit of an aggressive send there by the Williams, but he makes it through. He's up to 7th. There's the pit strategy as well. Clap, losing a few places there. as the cars now go through turns 6 and 7. Excuse me. Actually, we'll keep the tire. Actually, we'll turn off the tire graphic off for now. We do know a few drivers on the on the hards. Only a couple on the mediums, and I think one of them was on the soft compound tire. Play Tendo, who is on the medium tires, getting past the TK, moves himself up into 6th. Thanks, by the way, Waze. Appreciate that. And yes, Avatar, Red Bull are 1-2 currently in the Constructors' Championship as we speak. Yeah, right now it is Aguilera that currently leads the Drivers' Championship. Right now he's down into 4th. I don't know who Logan is. I'm sorry to know. I don't know anyone's first names on the Discord server. I'm very sorry. Straduzzi, though, sets the fastest lap, a 132.2. DRS is now enabled, so if you're within a second to the car in front, you will get the aid of DRS. And that's exactly what Jesler will get. He will get DRS to try to catch up to Max. Yep, as you see, the rear wing is open to reduce any of that drag and get a little bit of speed down that straight. Once he is not close enough to attack him. Yeah, so another thing about Bahrain is that you do not want to lose out. Oh no! A little bit of a snap. I thought that was going to end up worse for Jesler. He had a huge snap of oversteer at the exit of turn 6. He manages to keep it well, but unfortunately he's lost time to Max. And as a result, he's got Aguilera all over the back of him. Well, he tried to attack. I mean, not really. I don't think he would want to just quite yet. You don't want to make any silly moves yet in this part of the race. And he threw turn 12. Aguilera using a little bit of the curve I just noticed there at turn 12. Yeah, top 5 right now are on the hard compound tires. Play Tendos on the mediums, as Trista gives himself a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. Our first driver with a penalty. Aguilera with DRS. We'll try to close up. He won't be close enough though to attack Jesler. Just close up enough to get within range. Play Tendo there has got to try to make up some spots though for his situation with him being on the medium compound tire, because he will have to go to the hards very shortly. I believe, if I remember correctly, I didn't quite catch all of the pitch strategy, but I think it's supposed to be lap 11 to 13, I think, for the mediums to get off the mediums to go into a set of hards. Guys, following way up towards now turn 8. Straduzzi, meanwhile, just maintaining that second lead at the moment. He hasn't really pulled away, but he's maintained the lead. Oh, but Max overshoots the corner there at turn 10. That's going to cost him a lot of time. He's lost 4/10 in that one little corner alone. Now, because of that, Jesler will be in range of DRS. Aguilera will be right alongside too. And he's actually getting really close as well to that Aston Martin, if I'm totally honest. So yeah, that gives Straduzzi a little bit of breathing room. Jesler right now will get, I think he got DRS. I think he just got under a second before he got to the detection line. Yes, he is getting DRS. Aguilera sets a new fastest lap, a 132.051. But yeah, with these cars in the middle of these DRS trains, it's very hard to do anything. Yeah, when you're in the middle of a DRS train, you're literally just stuck. You can't really do anything. You can't really make any overtakes unless the car in front of you doesn't really have battery. Speaking of which, Tico does not have any battery. I can tell from the flashing red light on the back of his car. Yeah, whenever that happens, that means the car is harvesting energy. It's trying to harvest energy to recover into the battery. Alright, heading through turn 10. We're on lap 5 of 29. here at Bahrain. Jesler with DRS. Not close enough though to attack. Up and over the hill, up to turn 12. Now into turn 13, using the outside curb. There was Max and Aguedo, I noticed there, as they were entering towards turn 13. Can they get by? Can anything happen here? Jesler, has he got DRS? I think he just took. No, he still got it. He's very fortunate. Let me see your battery situation. He's got 28%. Max has got 13. Stroduzzi, though, has 56%. He's really comfortable at the moment. He can definitely push if he wants. Aguedo has 33. Meanwhile, oh, shuffling. A little bit of shuffling there. Looks like Pataka and Zatika had a bit of touch and goes at turn 1 and 2. Pataka has DRS heading up towards. Oh, that's close. Oh, Pataka, that was a close. Pataka, Bossy overtaking Lon Lucas, Jeremy side by side, and a spin there. That's for McLaren. I believe with Tristan. Jeremy backs out, and right now retains 11th there at the time being. But yeah, Stroduzzi showing that, looking like, even with that amount of battery, that he really has got some pace in that Red Bull, that is for sure. TK closing, or Pataka trying to close up on TK. Yeah, just got a little bit of trains forming. We got pretty much Max lead a little train down from Platendo, and then you got TK leading a train down from him to, I think, Neil Cindric. It wasn't too far away from the train. Aguero sets another fastest lap with a 131.2. Oh, he was looking for a move there at turn 1. Well, of course, you can't really do anything with the car in front having DRS. Pataka now overtakes the TK. There's a bit of contact as well between the Alpine and the Mercedes. I think that Pataka will get DRS. No, it won't be. It's actually the TK. I thought he was behind him going into the first corner. Never mind that. Pataka manages to stay in front. Up into 7th place goes the Mercedes-Benz. Now, of course, if a safety car does come out this early, though, this will play into the hands of the of anyone that's on the medium compound tire, because they could get off these tires early and get towards the hards, because these tires will carry them to the end of the race from here, for sure. Bossy overtaking Sitike. That is for 8th place. That would happen at turn 12, I think that was. I think he got him on the inside from what it looked like to me. Allow Pataka to pull away just a little bit. And Stroduzzi showing the pace without the DRS. Fastest lap, 131.9. And I think he used battery in that sort of occasion. A little bit. He used about 10% of that battery, last I checked. Juan Lucas, the two Alpines side by side. Heading through turn 1, heading through turn 2. Juan Lucas to the outside, gets by. Does Jeremy get by the other Alpine though? He's got to run over to TK. Aggressively defends. Jeremy goes to the outside. Heading through turn 4. Oh, that was so close. Oh, but Zatike manages to stay in front. Does Haas go for it again? No, he can't. He can't stay behind. No, he tried to find that opportunity, but he just didn't find enough to get by. Gee whiz, that was close. Up and over the hill, up towards turn 13. A little bit of separation from the top three. Oh, hang on, Jeremy said, oh, he's run wide. He ran extremely wide there at turn 12. Oh, contact, RG, oh, and a spin for ZTK and Neil Cedric. They both make contact there at turn 13. Max hits the fastest lap. Oh dear, that was a little bit aggressive, I'd say, by those two. I don't think there's going to be any nice words coming out of either one of them, I would say. Well, here comes Clapp. He'll overtake the Ferrari easily. Pataka and Bossy side by side. Bossy trying to get the move done on Pataka. He'll have the DRS. Pataka, I don't think he can do anything about this. Now the AlphaTauri will go in front. He'll be up to 7th place. Yeah, got a little bit of separations here. Max only set. Oh, I think Max had another slapper there, oversteer. He's now lost about half a second, I think. Second there to Straduzzi. Again, having another moment at turn 10. Up and over the hill, up towards turn 11, or turn 12, sorry, to turn 13. I think Max is going to be now very vulnerable to that Aston Martin right behind him. He's really, really close. 7.5 separate between these two. That Aston will get DRS. And here he comes. Looks pretty much straightforward. Jeslo now takes P2 away from Max. Heading through turn 3. Does Max counter-attack though, heading up towards turn 4? I don't think he will. Meanwhile, Neil Cedric overtakes Clapp. That's for 12th. Oh, I think Max ran a little bit wide there at turn 4. Yes, now with that little battle, it's now built up a 2-second margin between between Jesler and Straduzzi. And right now Straduzzi is looking very, very comfortable. Has a lot of battery compared to the cars behind. Showing his raw pace in that Red Bull. It's very too that one of his fast laps didn't involve him using DRS. Car shuffling their way through turn 13. Well, Max counter-attack on the Aston Martin. You can see everybody in that little pack has flashing red lights. Also, I just noticed too, I noticed Tico isn't really in this fight as well. Remember, he was in that battle, now he's down by 2 seconds. He must have made a mistake. I'm guessing one time when I wasn't looking. Yeah, same with Playtendo. They were all in this little train. Juan Lucas, Pataka, side by side through turn 1. Pataka has the outside, will convert to the inside. Clover's all over the curb. I think Lucas will get in front. Yeah, he does. Even with the 8 of DRS. Well, they both had DRS. Ooh, as Pataka runs to the back of the Alpine, I think. There at turn 4. As Clapp now goes into the pits. He's put on a set of hard compound tires. Down the Muse gets on the set of hards. Oh, contact between the Ferrari and the Alpine. There at turn 6. Zatika and Oysen making contact. And Zatika comes off worse. Dropping all the way down to 14th. Well, he's dropped to 14th now. And loses time. Ropsot sets a new fastest lap on the soft compound tires with a 1:31.6. Let's see here. Aguilera though, really close to that Alfa Romeo. How much straight line speed does he have? Does he have enough? No, he doesn't have much straight line speed compared to the Alfa Romeo. As plate tender now goes into the pit lane, he'll get onto a set of hard compound tires, bolts onto the car, and away he goes. So yeah, he'll carry those tires obviously to the end of the race, but he has to be careful to get those tires up to temperature. Jesler, a 3-second time penalty, multiple warnings. That is definitely not going to help him as he loses control and runs wide. Even that won't give him any help. Losing control of the exit of turn 7, he drops down to 4th, right behind these two. Aguilera will get DRS heading up towards 10-11. We've seen in the past how much pace he's had as well. Right now they're not in a position to attack Max at the moment. He seems to be really confident going through there at turn 12 using all that curb. Usually if you do that in F1, your car would literally spin. Not in Aguilera's case. Clap also gets a 3-second penalty, multiple warnings. Yellows are out. That is Clap, speaking of which, spinning out at turn 8. Aguilera with DRS, but geez, look at Max's straight lines. He literally pulled away. Compared to Aguilera, he literally has more straight line speed compared to the Red Bull. I never thought I would say that, to be fair. I never refer to the real life Red Bull. Jeremy also goes to the pits. Yeah, Aguilera just he didn't gain anything. I mean, in fact, he lost a bit of time. Oh, his Max was a little bit wide there at turn 8. And up to turn 10. A little bit hard on the brakes. Gotta be very mindful, very careful of it. I guess essentially what he needs to do is just get a good run somewhere in order to get past that Alfa Romeo. Yeah, that Alfa Romeo's just got some straight line speed. And through turn 13, Aguilera is all over that Alfa Romeo's gearbox, literally all over it. They make their way through turn 14 and 15. He again will get DRS and peels it to pit lane. He's going to go for an undercut on Max. Now, I know in previous games, the undercut around here is quite powerful. Medium tires at the go for the Red Bull car, and away he leaves. We'll see where he come out of all this. I think he'll come out right behind Oysen, or maybe just right next to Zatike, but he should be okay. But he's gonna have a bit of traffic though to negotiate. See a Claptracks fan in the chat as well. Right now we got a train with Max and oh hello. Max and the two Aston Martins of Tico and Jesler. Well, Tico's on the back of his teammate, so he has managed to catch up a little bit at least. Jeremy, 3-second penalty, multiple warnings, down in 14th. Now, how will these guys respond to Aguilera going into the pits? Will one of them pull the plug and go in? And get onto the medium tires and try to counter the undercut? We'll have to wait and see. No, all three decide to stay out. Even his teammate, Aguilera's teammate, decides to stay out as well. Well, to be fair, he is also not in range of being at risk of getting the undercut on him, so he's fine. Yeah, that's what I've been pointing out there, Avatar. Max does have quite a bit of straight line speed, as we saw when Aguilera had DRS, he didn't even gain time. He in fact lost a bit of time thanks to that straight line speed. But yeah, in the corners, it does seem like Max is slowest. So he's going for more of a low downforce setup. Yeah, it's so tricky to find where you need to find the balance with these setups of these cars. You need like a setup in the race trim that's got low downforce, but you need that balance at the same time. Yellows are out again. That's for Neil Cindric. Spinning and takes out that poor Aramco board. Well, now he drops out of the points because of that moment. Speaking of a moment, that's Jeremy that spun at turn 4. Losing a bit of control. Well, let's see. Aguilera right now is in 9th. Oh, I think he's going to get a massive undercut if these guys keep staying out. Well, let's see. Where is he? Actually, no. He's over at turn 13, and he's set a purple middle sector. Tico's now going into the pit lane. Alright, so Aguilera is coming up towards the final couple of turns. Keep your eyes on that dark blue dot coming out of the final corner. I'll go the mediums as well for Tico. Bossy comes in as well. Juan Lucas as well. Fastest lap set for Aguilera. And Aguilera comfortably gets ahead of the Aston Martin. And he should be able to pull away a little bit because Tico will have to get those tires up to temperature. So now all that's left for them is literally these guys, Max and Jesler, who's coming out of turn 10. I would say they have to pit now. They have to. They've got literally no choice. It's either that or they get at the risk of the undercut. Yellows are out again. Jerry has spun, this time at turn 3. Or lean up to turn 3. Neil Surgery there, you can see they're just weaving about. That's just excuse me. That is just because he's just trying to get temperature into his tires. Yep, and as the comment section said, Strozuzzi is in the pits. He's now going on to a set of mediums. Jezza continues to stay out for another lap. Medium tires have to go for Strozuzzi. Max will go in as well for mediums. Patuka, same story. Jimmy will stay out for at least another lap. Where is Aguilera though in this whole situation? Keep your eyes on him. And keep your eyes on the dark red dot there of the Alfa Romeo. Max is got by absolutely comfortably. And also Tico follows suit. So Aguilera gets a big undercut. He's now into what would be right now provisional P2, I think. Well, we'll have to wait and see what happens with Jesler because he has yet to pit on this lap. Not to mention he's got a 3-second penalty. Bossy overtakes Patuka. These two have had a scrap for a while. Here comes Lon Lucas to the inside. Heading up towards turn 4. Can he get by the Mercedes? Yes, he does. Nicely done there. Very clean racing by the 3. There's Playtendo there. Occupying 7th at the moment. Driving along on those hard compound tires. I think he might not have the pace there to catch up to the medium runners, of course. I think he might be stuck in a lonely island for a little bit, I think. Alright, when does Jesler though come in? Well, that answers my question. Now is the answer. Yeah, I probably would agree with that. We'll wait and see how much he loses time. Clapp gets a 3-second penalty. And there goes Strozuzzi to take back the race lead. Tico sets new fastest lap with a 31.1. There is the Aston Martin. There goes Aguado. There goes Tico. There goes Max. And here comes Jesler. Yep, loses out quite a bit. Jimmy also goes to the pits. Gets onto a set of mediums. He drops down to 10th now. Alright, so it's now a 3-second margin between Straduzzi and Aguado. So far this race has been kind of good. No safety car, at least in this race. Something I haven't seen, which is also very nice to see indeed. We had what did we have last week? We had like 2 or 3 at Austria. Yeah, this time about everyone seems to be running it clean so far. We have had a few incidents here and there. Yeah, no, everything's been really done fine. And also no retirements. That's another thing I've also noticed. No retirements that's happened. Although I did see Jeremy leave the session. I think he might be having a bit of internet issues or something. I want to assume. Ah, well, thanks for clarifying that for me. Max says fastest lap, 1:30.8. Cars make their way through turns 2 and 3. Straduzzi 3.3 second lead over his teammate. Patuka overtaking Juan Lucas for 8th place. Yellows are out again. That's for Neil Cindric, I think. The TK sets fastest lap. What was that lap he did there? A 30.6. Alright. Got about 11 more laps to go here in this race. Oh, yellows are out again. That's clap. That's spun. This time at turn 13. Up and over the hill. Up towards turn 12. Towards turn 13. Aguilera occupying second. He's got Tico and Max for company. Jesler not too far away either, but, well, he's a little bit ways actually. Never mind that. He's got a 2.2 second margin to Max. As it stands, I think he might occupy that 5th place. Oyster gets a penalty. And who was that set fastest lap? That was Jesler that set the fastest lap of the race. And Clap goes back into the pit lane to get onto a new set of tires. And running wide there, who was that? That's the other McLaren. Oh, that's... Well, that's just Clap just doing a little bit of lawnmower. And of course, he's just getting out of the way of a few cars from what it looks like to me. Poor fella on his debut is down to last, but I don't know if this is his first effort at doing this, but still got more races to come if he wants to try again. Lucas getting overtaking Patuka. Oh, wait, hang on a minute. Patuka actually had a moment. Because he also lost the position to Jimmy. Something must have happened to him. Because him and Lucas were really close to one another. I wonder if maybe there was an incident between the two, or if Patuka just might have made a mistake on his own. Oh, yellows are out again. Oh, well, that's the Aston Martin. Jesler, another penalty. 3 seconds. That's now 6 seconds added onto his race time for multiple warnings. So, I think Playtender could be in range of actually getting 5th place away from Jesler. And what he doesn't need is a safety car, as Robson has a moment as well at turns 1 and 2. He's also going to get lapped as well by Straduzzi. Actually, if I remember correctly, Straduzzi has yet to get a win in this tier, doesn't he? Patuka, oh, contact between himself and Jimmy. Had a bit of a moment. I know that wasn't intentional. He just had a moment out of turn 2. Just lost the back end. But he managed to get by the Alfa Romeo. But yeah, no, I was gonna say, Strarduzzi, if I remember correctly, has not won a race so far. Like I mentioned, he has been one of the better qualifiers in this tier. He's had 3 pole positions in a row, if I remember correctly. Got France and Austria. Yeah, no, he has had a good effort for sure. He's shown he has really, really good pace. It's just that he has been involved in some incidents as well. That's also kind of what's hampered him a little bit in this championship. But I think with this sort of result, he will close back up. And Jeremy has rejoined, thankfully. I mean, even though he is in 14th, but it's good to see that at least is trying. But yeah, I know this. I know the game's rubbish though, Jeremy. I don't blame you on that. This game is total rubbish. I've said it before in previous streams, well, in other streams from other leagues, that I would categorize this as probably the worst F1 game I would imagine. Yeah, ever since EA's bought the rights out of Codemasters and bought out Codemasters, it's been a whole different thing indeed. Neil Cedric had a bit of a moment, this time at turn 3. Yeah, no, Strarduzzi though has had a really, really solid race so far. But can he get on the top step? He's had a couple of podiums. He hasn't been on the top step like I mentioned. Well, we'll see when we have several more laps to go when he crosses the line. Oh, Tico had a bit of a moment there. That will cost him a bit of time to himself and Aguado. But he will gain that time back thanks to DRS. Everyone just stuck in a DRS train. Jazz also in the back of this train as well. Bossy overtaking Play Tendo at turn 1. Thanks to the grip of those medium cockpit tires, nothing much Play Tendo can do. Not so much for being an island. Well, there's our first retirement of the race. Clapp is retired in the race in the pit lane. He will not go any further. Alright. Turn 10. Yeah, still got a 4-car train. Jesler, though, looking to overtake the Alfa Romeo. Side by side. Brakes late. The Alfa tries to fight it back. Getting it to turn 11 up to turn 12. Still side by side. They're making a bit of contact. The Alfa brakes late. Trying to hang on. Oh, that's close. Really respectful racing, though, between the two. Max gets behind, but he will get DRS. Jezza, though, won't, because he has lost out to the two. And, well, he actually just left the door open. Didn't even bother fighting. Tico now overtakes Aguado at before turn 1. Now the Aston Martin will move himself up into second place ahead of the Spaniard. Through turn 4, up towards now turns 5, turn 6, and into turn 7. Now right now just doing okay at the moment, but yeah, Max losing a bit of time though thanks to Jesler. But he needs to get back in that 1 second range if he wants to fight for at least a podium with these two. There's Strarduzzi there. Drops on another penalty, multiple warnings. Yeah, no, this fight for the podium is definitely not over. We know who will probably get first. Just the question is who's going to get the other podium spots. Let's see what does Aguero do here? He will have DRS. He will close up. I don't think though he's in range to attack. Not yet, at least. Max, yeah, same story. Not close enough, obviously. Up to turn 4. Aguero trying to close up. Not close enough to attack. Anyway, we do have a battle for at least 9th place still brewing. Jimmy and Pataka still battling out for 9th place. These two are in the points. Remember, the top 10 do score points here in PSGL. Well, I mean, yeah, 22, I will say, is the worst game for F1 that I've seen in a long time. But I think the worst one I've seen previous to that was F1 2014. As Robson, I think, has gone off. Yes, he has. Just getting out of the way. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really have high hopes for 23, especially with how 22 is. I mean, we'd like to say that, we'd like to be optimistic, but I just don't feel that way. But we'll have to wait and see. Hopefully they prove me wrong. Max going for a move to the inside of turn 1. Against Aguero, held the outside line for turn 2, but then that converts to the inside. Remember, Max has got straight line speed compared to the Red Bull. He's close, not close enough though. Jimmy now overtaking Pataka around turn 1. Around the outside, nicely done. The TK's out of the race, he's done for the night. He is retired in the pit lane. And I think where we're at now, there won't be any safety cars beyond this point, because we are about 4 more laps to go. Or the 3 more laps to go that the safety car will not come out. Honestly, I never know with this game anymore. 2020? I mean, 2020 wasn't bad. I mean, I love the cars in that game. That's for sure. The cars were extremely fast. They were very, very fast. Definitely was the year of the Black Mercedes made its debut as well, the W11. I mean, it wasn't really, it wasn't going to be originally, but the only reason they did was because of the support for Black Lives Matter. 12 is a good one, definitely for sure. Here comes Max to the inside. Straight line speed, absolutely dominant. Gets by the Red Bull, moves up to 3rd. But does Aguero have a response? Well, not with that. He's got a 3-second time penalty. I think his chance of the podium is gone, but he's not giving up. Max covers the outside. And I think that was a Haas that just spun of Jeremy. And I think the podium is now looking like set in stone from what it's looking like. Yeah, 13 is a good one as well. Yeah, with the V8. The V8 era, of course, was one of my favorite eras as well. My first F1 game, actually, was F1 2011. I thought that time I was on the... I was on a PlayStation. I was on Xbox 360 at the time. But yeah, no, it was one of my favorite games. It was my first one, like I mentioned. And yeah, no, those cars were fun to drive as well. Love the sound of the V8 cars. So TK's left the session, fair enough. Aguero closing with DRS. Max breaks late, locks up a bit, holds the outside, will convert the inside. Max stays in front, at least for now. Aguero again has DRS, moves to the right, but doesn't commit to the move. Yeah, Aguero didn't get the penalty though. It would have been a genuine fight for the last podium spot, but yeah, very unfortunate. Gave that 3-second time penalty at turn 3. Another bit of yellow flags again for the Haas. There, I think that would be, I'm guessing Jeremy that spun, or Robson. Yeah, these two are still battling for the final point spot. Lucas overtakes Platendo. Platendo now moves himself down to 8th position, as there's a spin for Questro there at the exit of turn 15. Alright, well, we're on to the final lap of the race here at Bahrain. And what has been an absolute control drive from the Red Bull of Stroduzzi. Qualified on pole. He hasn't been on the top step though in this championship. The best he's had is 2nd place. Had a bit of bad luck last week at Austria, and now it's looking like it will be his first victory and will get closer to his rival, his teammate Aguero, for the championship, but also will help Red Bull at least increase their lead in the Constructors' Championship. Just an absolutely superb drive by Stroduzzi for sure. Tico 2 had a bit of bad luck last week. Post-race penalties is what killed him being in the points. But this time he's going to be on the podium for what it looks like. Only 2 more corners to negotiate for Stroduzzi on what has been a really solid drive. From pole position to victory, Stroduzzi will come across the line and he'll take home the Bahrain Grand Prix. A fantastic effort tonight from the Red Bull. Tico takes 2nd and Max will claim 3rd. Aguero in frustration will go into 4th, followed by Jesler in 5th, Bozzi in 6th, Lucas in 7th, and Platendo rounds it all off with 8th place. Jimmy 9th, Patuka 10th, Jeremy gets fastest lap, Oysen in 11th, Neil Cindric will finish in 12th, Tristan in 13th, followed by Questro, and then the 2 asses of Robson and Jeremy. Not a very solid day in the office with those 2. But yeah, no, it was not a bad Bahrain Grand Prix. At least I say overall. I'm sorry about trying to clear my throat. Questo 3-second penalty, multiple warnings for track steady as he does a bit of a power slide there at the exit of turn 12. And we just need to bring his car to the finish, and we'll be all done here at Bahrain. Also, remember too, F1 Championship for PlayStation is going on right now as well, so be sure to check out that. Jessica and Aiden are commentating that race as well as we speak. I believe that is going on right now, so yeah. Be sure to tune in for that, and also for the other stream that might be going on right now as well. Driver of the day going to, I think that was to Tico. Nice little effort from him as well, finishing in 2nd Oh, that's a new one. Freaking little thing that you have around his neck. What's it called? Huh, that's a new celebration. I've never seen that one. But yeah, short doozy. Gained the victory. Tico second, and Max in third. Not a bad effort tonight. Yeah, new celebration though. Never seen that one before. And there are your unofficial results for the Bahrain Grand Prix. Doozy gets the win. Nice effort by the German. Tico from 8th to 2nd gets P2. Max at 3rd, followed by Aguedo, Jessler, Bossy, Juan Lucas, Platendo, Jimmy, Oysen, Nilsindre, Tristan, Questro, Robson, TK, and Clap. I think we'll see if we can get these drivers in here. If we can, that is. I'll see if they want to have an interview. There's Doozy. Tico 10 PSV, I think it is. There he is. And then finally, well, that's if they do want to, of course. They don't have to, but they can if they want. And VRT. Oh, that was easy to find his name. Alright. Yeah, we'll see if they want to join us, of course. Alright, well, we'll wait for them. Alright. Hello there, Tico.
Hello.
Alright, do you want to make sure as well that your audio is being shared, of course?
Yeah.
To the stream?
I think it's fine.
Sweet. Hello there, Strategy as well. Also, can you make sure that your voice is being shared on the stream? Hello. Yeah, can you make sure that your voice is being shared on the stream as well?
Yeah, we'll check.
Alright, sweet.
How I do that again?
Hang on. Go to your,
Yeah, alright, I got it.
Alright, sweet. Alright, well, I don't know if Max will join us, but I think we'll just go and get started anyway. So we'll start with you, Tico. Not a bad race from you. From 8th to 2nd. You did get driver of the day according to the game, but seemed like you had a nice day in the office. How was it for you at Bahrain?
Yeah, I think my race was pretty good, but I absolutely screwed up my quali lap. I didn't have much time this week to practice, so I was a bit going blind into the quali. And yeah, my lap wasn't great at all. So yeah, from P8 I had a great start. I was like P5, I think, after turn 1, so that was pretty good. And after that, I had to find the braking points and so on. And luckily, they start battling in front of me, so I could use the DRS and follow them. And after that, I think my strategy was pretty good. Fitted the perfect lap, and I came in front of all of them. And after that, I drove, and nothing happened actually.
Yeah. No, you seem to have more of the pace towards the second phase. But yeah, I guess you could have done so probably from what I'm guessing is that, from what you're saying, is that you could have done a little bit better than what you were anticipating, then obviously.
Yeah, I think if my qualifying was good, I think maybe I could have battled for the win, but I think so Ducey drove a bit slow. He didn't have to push, so I don't know how his pace was, but I think we could have fought for the win. I could have fought for the win.
Fair enough. I mean, it's also very hard to, get close to anyone if you don't have DRS. Like I was mentioning in the stream, like you always gotta be within DRS if you can, but you also don't want to be in the middle of those trains as well. You want to be like the second car in front of that train. But
Exactly.
yeah, because I understand how frustrating it can be when you're stuck in those stupid trains. But one more question to you. Next week we head to Baku. How do you think you'll fare around Azerbaijan?
I like the track, so I think I can be pretty fast there. I don't know yet, but I like the track, and most of the time I'm fast there. So hopefully I can fight for the win.
Well, we'll wait and see. But other than that, congratulations though on your podium as well, and good luck to you next week. All right, well, we'll move on to our race winner, Stroke Doozy. Finally for you, after a little bit of bad luck from last week. But
Finally,
yeah, that's why I bet that's why I knew you were feeling that way.
yeah,
But-
absolutely.
Yeah, well, what is it that you've had three? Is that your third pole in a row or second pole in a row? I can't remember.
I guess it was. What was the race before Austria?
France.
I don't know exactly if I had.
I think it was you-
Friends.
Oh, okay. I think it might be either. Oh, it might have been your teammate then. I'm thinking of.
Yeah,
or-
that might be two. Might be.
Okay, well, sorry about that, but I thought it was your back-to-back poles. But anyway, though. But no, either way, you got pole position, and, well, you kind of just checked out a little bit. I mean, you didn't pull much of a gap, but you had enough of a gap to be in control of the race, from what it looked like. But how was it for you overall?
Well, I did my personal best time in quali. I trained like 1 or 2 hours before the race starts with my team guys, and I never reached a point 4 in that quali sessions. But yeah, I didn't know how I managed to do it in the lobby, in the race lobby. Yeah, great feeling. And from start on the race, I saw that the guys behind me were battling, so I tried my best to go as fast as I can out of the DRS, and I managed to do that pretty good. And
Of
then
course.
yeah, as you said, it was just controlling the race after that. I was a bit scared that my fuel wouldn't be enough, but yeah, as Tico said, I tried to save a bit fuel in some corners, not many corners, but I tried my best, and in the end it worked out pretty well. And yeah, and I'm extremely happy that I finally could reach the win now after 4 races. Yeah, 5 races. It's a great feeling.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. You mentioned you were low on fuel. How much fuel did you have exactly when you started?
In the end, I had when I started, I had 0.6, and in the end, I had 1.05 or 6.
Okay. So yeah, so you had to do a bit of saving. I do.
Yeah.
I do remember it does like go a bit in between with the fuel situation. I remember in the race I did a while back, I started with almost the exact same amount, but I did a lot of short shifting in order for me to save fuel. But yeah, one more question to you. Of course, next week, like I mentioned, we're going to Baku. How do you think you'll, excuse me, how do you think you'll fare around there?
I liked the track back in 2018, I guess, but after that, I don't know what happened. In this game, I really don't like the track. I had one race there a few weeks ago, and I had to pit 7 times for a new front wing, for a new set of tires. So it was a pretty strange race. But I guess it will be much harder next week than this week.
Well, we'll wait and see, but other than that, congratulations, and also it helps you get closer to your teammate in the championship, so that should be you should be happy with that.
I'm absolutely.
Nice. Well, also, before I end the stream, I didn't mention before that there were changes into the calendar as well. There has been a little bit of changes, so like I know that today we would have done Baku, but of course I didn't know that we changed it to Bahrain. But next week we'll have Baku, like I mentioned. Then after that will be China, Mexico, Hungary, Saudi Arabia. So that's going to be the penultimate round and not Brazil. And the final round was supposed to be Portugal, but that's now Brazil. So I'm happy with that, actually. Brazil being the final round of the championship. But until then, I have been K1997. Thank you very much for watching. And we'll see you for round 6 of the championship at the Baku City Circuit for the Azerbaijan Grand Prix. Take care, everyone.
Streaming,
Of course. Anytime. Anytime. Take care, guys.
Take care. See ya, guys.
Okay, thank you.